Welcome. This is Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igwebike. We'll be starting off today with our newspapers, and right after that will be our main conversation also for today. Please do well to be part of what we do. You can always visit us if you may. You can find us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. We have with us today, joining us via Zoom, Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, Barrister, Law Public Affairs Analyst. Good morning to you, Barrister, and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Henry. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so very much for your time. Barrister, I'd love us to start with the Punch newspaper for today. And to the talking point straight up, we have Zulum says military failing to repel insurgents, DHQ fires back. And the governor of Maiduguri, of course, it's been very active when it comes to speaking his mind. He doesn't hide anything. If there's anything that's affecting his people, he does not stay away from it. So do you think that the governor has anything he is trying to hide here? Because I would love to believe he's speaking his mind. But the DHQ with Christopher Musa at the CDS is not taking that.
If the governor is hiding anything, he will not come out to say what he said. Because he's a member of the PDP, he's one of the supporters of the president, and you see in our country, once you say the truth to power, or once you say the thing as they are in reality, they see you as enemy of the state or enemy of the president. That's all we are in their country. So if the governor is not having anything or is trying to keep anything, he will not open up and say they are not doing their job very well. You remember the president is the commander-in-chief of armed forces. So indirectly, he's saying the president is not doing his job. And for the military to come and say it's not correct or it's not the way it is, the man said the number of attacks have been meted on his people, and they've not been repelled. So in that regard, it's correct. I don't know what the military is talking about. Have you been able to contain the crisis? Have you been able to arrest or even prevent those crimes being committed from happening? If not, then the man is correct. The governor has not said anything that is not as I'm concerned. He's not hiding anything. If he's hiding, he will not say what he said.
They're very, very true, because one would wonder why the military is maybe annoyed with what the governor had just said, because it's their responsibility. That's what they are paid for, the military, to secure us, to provide security, especially at a time like this in Nigeria. I do not know if they are running away from their responsibilities. Who else would do it? But let's take a look at the Vanguard. Yes.
You see, in Nigeria, we like to cover what is real. When you see reality, we have to we like to color it. They don't like people saying the truth. We are saying things are not working. You are saying they should cover it up or they should be diplomatic about it, or it's not correct. What is not correct in what you said? Are you saying there was no attack on people? Are you saying certain number of community are not under the control of anybody? If you are saying all those things, give us evidence to show that look, you are in full control and that no community or nobody has been killed. People have been killed. We have been told, except you are saying those that are said to have been attacked are not. The governor is lying or is not saying the truth.
But at the same time, Barrister, as much as we would love to agree with what the governor has said, don't you think that his complicity, if there is, in being part of the de-radicalization of insurgents from Maiduguri to Katsina and other northern states of Nigeria, might be the reason why there is this continuous attack of peace-loving people in various states in the northern part of Nigeria?
There are so many factors responsible for it. That may be one of it. Having people who have committed crime being returned back into society in the name of they've been radicalized or something. It doesn't not go well. How can you say somebody who have killed? When people ordinarily were alleged of stealing 1,000 naira or 10,000 naira within a market in Oshodi or somewhere, and languishing in Kirikiri or somewhere, and somebody who have killed so many people, kill and maim, in the name of terrorism and the banditry are being given amnesty or are being considered for amnesty. It doesn't go well. In fact, it's even encouraging criminality, because you are saying that once you commit a bigger crime, you are likely to be pardoned, and that's what they are saying. So for me, I've never been a fan of people giving people amnesty or giving people or radicalizing people and bringing them back to society. It cannot help us. When people commit crime, punish them, and then if you punish them and they show remorse, you can now reduce their punishment or do something else. But not that they will just go free, scot free, and then you bring them back to society and they enjoy more than people they kill. It doesn't work well.
Very, very true.
It's one of the reasons.
Yes, of course, very true, Barrister. Let's look at the Vanguard newspaper and straight to what we intend to talk about on the front page here. Ndume knocks Tinubu, alleges lopsided federal appointment. And of course, Barrister, you are very aware that our president just newly appointed another person in charge of agricultural bank. I love to believe so. Lots of Nigerians have called it nepotism. They've called it creonism, where the president consistently favors his kinsmen rather than allow this go around the country in the spirit of federal character, in the spirit of participatory leadership. So do you really think what Ndume is talking about is true?
Yeah, I think Senator Ndume is saying the right thing. He's saying what is obvious for everybody. But unfortunately, Senator Ndume, the National Assembly that we have, most of these appointments were confirmed by the Senate, and that's why I see the hypocrisy in the Senate. Although I will not blame Senator Ali Ndume, because even in the Senate, one person cannot be considered to be one person cannot be considered to even if you have a different voice, your voice may not be heard. Yes. People may not even know that you oppose it, because majority will carry the vote. So for me, the president, he doesn't even care. He's been doing it and he's been showing it to our faces that I don't care. For me, it's not normal. And people will come and say and justify it by saying Buhari did the same thing. Yes. If Buhari did the same thing, must you continue with the wrong thing? Is that the way? Is that the reason why we are in government? Especially the Buhari and the Tinubu, they came to on the mantra of change. Are they changing anything? They are not changing anything. They are even making the thing more cement. They are even cementing the illegality that have been perpetrated by the previous governments. And the name of and they will come and justify it now. And I tell you, they will come and justify the appointment and say that it's not lopsided. They will tell you the group CMD of the what's it called? Of the MPs that have just been appointed. Yes. Mr. Bashiru, what's your other name again? Ojulari. Yes. They will tell you it's not from the southwest. They will tell you it's from the North Central, and they are right. The Kwara State is not central, and so that's what they are trying to be doing. We are saying, look, there are other people. Even if you want to take from North Central, there are people who are called North Central who are called North, who are not considered as Yorubas, because some of those people are considered. In fact, even in Kwara, some people are considered as Yoruba. Very well. And even though they are from Kwara, in fact, some people will tell you he's a Yoruba man. I'm not from the north. I'm not an Hausa. And so, but yet, because we are being classified as a Kwara North, and that's why, for me, I try not to call myself. I try not to adopt to be from the Kwara, from the southwest. I have always been maintaining that I'm from the north, because when they want to use us, they will say we are from the north. When they want to use us in the south, they will say we are part of them now. Are we not Yoruba? But if the other side, they also go to they just find us when it's convenient for them to use us. That's when they consider us, or they determine where we belong, whether Yoruba or Hausa. For me, the president is not complying with the provision of the law, section 14 of the section 17 from 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which talk about federal character. You must, in appointing people into political offices, you must consider their geographical locations. And then you must consider, you must not be one-sided. If we are talking about unity and we're talking about one nation, except you don't want to, if you want to just base it on, people will come and say, let's forget this idea of federal character. Let's use merit. They will tell you there's no merit, that other people from other part of the country, you can't get merit from them. You can't get people with merit that are merited their office from the place. Everywhere you go, there will be people who merited and after all, when the president was even campaigning for the election. He did not only stay in the Southwest. He went everywhere.
Yes.
And he has friends everywhere. He knows people everywhere. So when he now come to appointment, he now decide to rely on certain people from certain part of the country. It won't go well for us. It won't cement the unity we are looking for. It will only cause more division in our system. That's what I see in that regard.
Yeah, very, very true. Barrister, this might be a direct personal question to you, because regarding what we have just seen here, are you truly disappointed with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Did you expect that having given the opportunity, the one singular opportunity of having him write his name alongside those who fought for independence for us, are you truly disappointed that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not given himself the opportunity of having his name alongside notable Nigerians who made Nigeria what it is today, with the kind of things he is doing right now?
Henry, I'm not disappointed that President Tinubu is failing in his responsibility. I'm not disappointed in that regard. I'm only disappointed as regard that fact that President is even surpassing the record of the former president Buhari. I did not expect that he will perform miracle. He will do better than that. But I believe that I was thinking that he will perform better than the former president Buhari. But today now, as far as I'm concerned, people are even praising the former president that he has done well. So that's the area of my disappointment. Not that I'm not expecting anything spectacular, because people have also always make reference to Lagos State. If I ask them this question, they won't be able to answer it, or they'll be dribbling themselves. You see, when you talk about the former governor of Lagos State, Lateef Jakande, may so rest in peace. When you mention him, there are certain things that will be legacy project that will be saying, look, these are his work, and they are still existing to date.
Very well.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu left office in 2007. If I ask you now to name 1, 2, or 3, or even those who are supporting him, to name major 2 or 3 things that have been done to improve the life of the common masses in the states, they won't be able to tell me.
Well, they will say IGR. Yeah, Barry said they will say IGR. He actually made it possible for an increased nature of IGR.
Is that for the masses or even against the masses? That was even against the masses, because the masses were made to pay for what they don't even have. They were forced to pay money that they don't have. They were just multiple taxes and multiple whatever. They are being forced. So that is even against the masses. That's not even pro masses. Let's even say that money they were being forced and the money were increased. What is the benefit? That's the point I'm making. What can you show to say, look, the money we generated from you forcefully, this is the impact. This is what we have done with it. Tell me 1 or 2 things. You won't be able to see. The only thing you will hear is that he created LASMA. He created this and that. He built Lagos. He built this and that. He built this and that. I don't know. When other people were there, they were also creating employment in the name of creating a opportunity for people to go to office. But we are not things that will be on ground for long. Are not there. Probably that's why today the president is insisting on doing a Calabar coastal road, so that will be a legacy project for him, which I doubt he will be able to even do more before he leave office. For me, I am not disappointed, like I said earlier on, that the president is not doing well. I am disappointed because I was one of those people who said the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would do better than President Buhari, but today he's even doing below President Buhari in my own estimation.
Very, very sad, really. It's truly, truly very, very sad. One would have thought that this singular opportunity.
It shows clearly that the president is not prepared for governance. He's only prepared for elections. That is it. You see, the difference between having a strategy to win the election and knowing how to govern this. They are not the same thing. Unfortunately for us in the country, what will follow more is that person who has a strategy to win the election. Because people will come and say the president is a master strategy. It's a master strategy. He has a brain. He has this and that. The brain, as far as I'm concerned, is not being used. It has nothing to do with governance as it is today. There is no serious governance as far as I'm concerned. What we have is just a trial and error. That's not giving any results. So if when it comes to election strategy, Yes, probably is good in that. And but when it comes to governance, I don't see. He has not. The president has not shown it to me that he
Yes.
knows how to govern.
Yes, and Barrister, just to add to the political strategy you said the president had, do you think that allowing for non-availability of ambassadors to nations around the world, allowing it to linger for 2 years now, only for him to begin to fish out, opponents that are beginning to tilt towards the APC, is another political strategy? Sheikh Husani is a member of the PDP. Reno Mokri is, of course, tilted to the PDP. Ikwazu of Abia State, former Abia State, was PDP. Igwanye from Enugu State, same PDP. So don't you think this is another political strategy the president has mastered, and in bringing people he thinks will oppose 2027?
I agree with you, and it's unfortunate that what we are putting forward, our force, is politics, not governance. Because if the president is thinking about governance, this appointment we're talking about ought to have been done since last year. Yeah. Because I don't know why we have a government in place, and for years, board will not be constituted, ambassadorial position will not be freed. So many other things will be left open, and when it now comes, you will see more appointment in 2026. You will see more appointment, and that is strategy to bring more people into the pool. And then, unfortunately, most of the people too are greedy human beings. Some people, they are not hungry. Some of them are not hungry, but they just still want to be relevant. They just want to be in the system, whether or not it favors the people or not. They don't care. So that is the unfortunate aspect of it, and that's how you see when they say politicians are using people or is playing politics with people. It's because people are allowing it to happen. People are greedy. They are selfish. So for me, the president should do more of governance than politics. What I'm seeing today is politics, not governance, as far as I'm concerned. The president is not doing enough governance, and if they believe they are doing governance, what they are doing is not yielding results. They should change their strategy. They are not working. They are not working at all. It's working against the interest of the masses. Masses are suffering. There are a lot of there's hardship on the land. Everybody the situation is killing. They are telling me government is making more money, and then the state are sharing more money. Where are the impacts of this money being shared by these governors? And even if you say they are sharing more money, what they are sharing, the value of it, can you compare it with what they are sharing some years ago? If you are collecting 60 billion today, for instance, and you are collecting 6 billion some years ago, that 6 billion, as far as I'm concerned, has more value than that 60 billion of today. So for me, the governor, they should forget about the issue of we are making more money. If we are making more money and there is no impact on the life of the people, there is no impact on the development of the country. The only development that we hear are those developments on paper, and the one that those in government, or those who are closer to the government, or those who are benefiting, are the only people seeing the developments. I am not seeing it. I don't know whether you are seeing it as well. I'm not seeing I'm not seeing the development. I'm not seeing the impact on the life of our people. People are complaining, a lot of complaints. Things are gone down. Businesses are dying. So for me, the president should sit tight and do more job. Unfortunately, the president is even currently in France doing what they call it, working holiday. Imagine a prime minister of UK coming to Nigeria for 2 weeks to say I'm working leave or working holiday, leaving his country. Can you imagine what will happen? Imagine the US president coming to Nigeria or coming to somewhere and saying I'm staying there for 2 weeks on working leave. No, it's not official job. It's not official assignment or anything. No. It's just there. Say I want to have a leave. I want to rest, and I'm going there to rest for 2 weeks. When there are jobs to be done, when people are being killed. In fact, even before the president left, there were killings in Benue or Plateau. I can't remember. Yes. Yeah, the president left. Then it's going on. Well, some people have even said if the president is even around, what will he change? That may not change anything. So if he's not even around, it doesn't matter. For me, the president is not doing well, as far as I'm concerned, and we must speak out. And the fact that we are speaking out does not mean that we hate the president. Does not mean we are not patriotic. Does not mean we don't love the country. Patriotism is not only about praising the government. Criticizing the government is also part of patriotism. And some people will come and tell me it must be constructive. Who determines what is constructive? Constructive is subjective. Nobody, you cannot, what is constructive to you may not be constructive to me. So nobody can determine that and tell me it must be constructive. What is not constructive is as long as I'm saying the truth. Look at what I've said and see whether or not I'm lying. That's when you say it's not constructive. So if I'm saying the truth or I'm saying the thing the way they are, the fact that you are not, it's not in support of what we are saying does not mean it's not constructive. And people will come and say, where were you 5 years ago or 10 years ago? You are not saying all these things you are saying. Must I say it all the time? The fact that I didn't speak yesterday does not mean I cannot speak again. So the fact that I didn't complain about an attitude before yesterday, does that mean I should not? I won't be able to complain again? So as far as I'm concerned, the president is not doing enough to deliver on the job that he has gotten. He applied for it. He danced for it. He even do everything to take it and run away with it. And he's there now. We are not getting the results.
Very, very true, Barrister. For someone who said that this position he has been preparing for 20 plus years or more, and given the opportunity, and no one can actually, see any reflection, a mirror reflection of the advantage. One would wonder.
He's preparing for how to become the president. He's preparing, but how to become the president. That's what he's preparing for, not how to govern. He was preparing on and strategizing on how he will be able to capture the power, and they've been captured now. And then they are there. They are doing it. The election has been won and lost, and he has been declared as winner, and we are seeing the result now. The election has consequences, and these are the consequences we are seeing today.
Very, very true, Barrister. One would pray and equally hope that what happened in the First and the Second Republic, especially the Second Republic, will not happen again, because all the things happening right now in the Fourth Republic with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is very similar to what happened during Shehu Shagari. And of course, that gave birth to dictatorship, which Nigerians are not comfortable with. I just sincerely hope that leaders, most importantly, the president, would realize that he has the opportunity to make things right in the country. Well, thank you so very much, Barrister. And just to let you know that he will be here to take us on our main conversation when we return. PDP governors Sue Tinubu challenge reverse emergency rule, suspension of elected officials at the Supreme Court. That in a bit, Still Enterprise Morning. Please don't go anywhere.